It's the OG show. Coming home episode with me and Trey. Trey, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Beautiful day in sunny New York City.
Sunny, huh?
80 degrees, man.
No eclipse today? No
eclipse.
howling wolves?
No howling wolves, man. I wish I was outside doing this podcast from a nice Brooklyn park.
I'm glad you're not, because the competitive noise would be problematic for me.
From a producer standpoint, but you know how I first came in the game. I came in the game on school campus, so it's a little different, man. We buttoned up now. We good.
Yeah,
we're professional.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, let's see, 73 and sunny out right now here in Charlotte. So East Coast weather. Hey, Maze, what do we got over there in San Francisco?
We're doing weather talk Monday morning?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to beat our chest a little bit.
Blue skies right above me. You know, it's May's around the corner. Summer is here. Jalen Brunson not only broke a franchise record for the Knicks, but he's also making it sunny.
Well, hey, in Philadelphia. All right, so we got this game that we're going to do for the Patreon, the Knicks Philly series, because we're going to get Jerv on. We got to get Jerv on for Knicks Sixers and the whole Embiid thing, and calling out the fans. Man, it's getting hot over there in Philly. We're going to also break down Clippers Mavs for the Patreon, and we're going to talk about tonight's matchups here in a little bit. And of course, we're going to go long on this Suns getting swept. The brooms are out for the big three. Minnesota and Edwards, and the Karl-Anthony Towns press conference was amazing. So we're going to do all that today. And of course, Trey and Maze are going to give your picks too with Underdog Fantasy. So we're going to get into all that. Let's talk about Monday's games. We got some Miami Heat kind of trying to make it back into a series against the Boston Celtics. We also have a potential sweep again with the Pelicans going down 0-3 against OKC. Man, if that happens, we get two sweeps, and Minnesota and OKC would be going to the second round in a sweep. That's crazy. And of course, one team prevented a sweep, LeBron James and Anthony Davis over the weekend. Held it down to force at least a gentleman's sweep with the Denver Nuggets. Trey, let's start here with LeBron and the Lakers. So I kind of feel like this is heading to a gentleman's sweep. I feel like what we're seeing here from the Lakers is they get one nice little win here over the weekend. But Jokic, and even if they don't have Jamal Murray in this one because he's questionable with a calf strain, going back to Denver for Game 5, that seems like a lot for this aging roster. I feel like it's a gentleman's sweep happening.
Yeah, I mean, I had Lakers in 5 from the jump. I mean, not Lakers in 5, Nuggets in 5 from the jump. Like, I just thought they would at least get one. Like, it's just not going. I didn't see LeBron going out back-to-back sweeps. You get what I'm saying? But Kerry Champion basically just said that this is LeBron James's last time in a Lakers uniform. The suspense. Dun, dun, dun.
Breaking news from Kerry Champion.
But at the end of the day, like, where does he go? And who wants to, like, inherit that? You know what I'm saying?
Because so when you say that,
what do you mean, the greatest player of all time, Trey? Yeah. Who wouldn't want to inherit that?
No. That part is like this
overall,
is LeBron. Yeah. Like, like, come on. And this is going to be year 22, right? A 40-year-old year 22 at that, right? Does it become a circus? Does it become the first year that LeBron just kind of says, all right, I'm not the guy. I'm literally not the guy. I'll be second or third option wherever he goes, right? I just don't see that. I don't see it. I do see him. He could leave, but who's willing to be like, you got it. Whatever future we had, you got it here.
Hey,
Who's
Trey,
doing that? Unless he goes to San Antonio and go play with Pod. Listen, what if he went and go play with fucking Wemby and Coach Pop?
That'd be fun as hell.
And then they draft
That'd be great.
Hey, man. I would be like, all right. Let's get weird. Weird.
I
hear that.
LeBron wants to go to Paris, right? 2 games by the Spurs in Paris. Why not? Free trip.
Maze, what's the news on that? So we got 2 regular season games in Paris next year. I'm presuming that the Timberwolves are going, right?
No, they chose the other French superstar. They chose Victor Wembanyama. Spurs Pacers. Somehow the Pacers got there twice. That's the part that's confusing to me, is they're turning it into a little like Pacers series. And I don't understand why the Pacers are that team, but maybe LeBron's going to Indy. Maybe Rudy's going to Indy. Maybe they're going to spice it up. Maybe they're showing their cards there.
What's the Pacers angle there? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like,
I have no idea.
There's no like Pacers great who's like an iconic French player from.
Do they think they're sending Caitlin Clark? Is that what's going on?
Oh, now we're talking. We got Caitlin Clark over there.
Oh my God, that'd be lit. I mean, she is going to Paris.
Caitlin Clark and Wemby.
She is going to Paris with the Olympics.
There you go.
Keep your third eye open, y'all.
Watch out for that.
On. Now we're talking, man.
You see me?
Okay. Well, the Pacers are up in this series 3-1, so we'll see what they do this summer. Maybe Miles Turner gets traded, and for not Wemby, Gobert, and then Gobert goes to, he's like forcing his way to go to play in France for the Indiana Pacers. I don't know how it's going to happen. Evan Fournier, can we get Evan Fournier on the Pacers?
He's available.
Finally?
That is definitely an option. Yes.
Tony Parker starting at the 1. Let's go out of retirement. Want to see it. Can't end the career in Charlotte. You got to end the career officially. He's coming home. Wait a minute. How did we not do this? Trey, you're saying LeBron in San Antonio, the Spurs are going to have cap space. The Spurs are going to be able to sign him outright. And they also bring in Bronny James, if they so please. You're saying a package deal.
It don't hurt them. That's the great. If you want to experiment right now and you like, all right. And I feel like Wemby is the one player that Bron be like, all right. All right. All right. You could be one. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. I think any player would be like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's of a. I can't say any player because his teammates didn't feel like that. But I feel like someone who's on the verge of riding onto the sunset, like again, KD, Steph, LeBron. Who else is there? Chris Paul.
I was gonna say, what if Chris Paul and LeBron,
like them type of dudes, they gonna be like, I'll go to San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go play with that boy because I know what he's capable of doing. And I don't have to do much. Like, I'm looking, I watch LeBron games and I'm like, can he score 25?
He just scored, he just put up ridiculous numbers against the Nuggets, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in a do or die game, right?
Was it overtime? No, it was regulation, right?
Regulation. But
no. But it's not consistent enough, is what I'm saying.
LeBron isn't consistent. That's not the problem with the Lakers.
No. This is what I'm saying. The idea of it is that if he goes there, he doesn't have to do this. He could just be that quote unquote point forward.
Yeah.
And just make Wemby look great. He's going to make the passes.
Yeah. Just slight improvement on Jeremy Sohan, right?
Here's the thing, Tom. And Mace, I'm not looking for LeBron, even in a Lakers uniform, to score 25 points anymore. I'm just trying to see, what do you get? How do you get the best out of this man at this age, right?
Can you imagine?
And the best of this age is to get him to go to San Antonio and just go play with that dude because he might win one. Them two might listen.
I know. If you got Chris Paul and LeBron feeding this dude wherever he wants the ball, and you got two of the best passers of all time on the same roster,
you ain't got to do much. Just hey, and it's not even a big three thing. It's just like that dude is just so he just need one more person to be like, I got you. I'm gonna pass you the ball when you need it, the right way. That's all he need. Oh, you want me to stand over here? Okay.
Oh man, I love this.
He would make Paul George great. He would make like, and that's what I'm saying. Like certain players that get such a bad rep for being a number two, it's okay because he a little kid. And he just dominant. He a little kid that just need one homie. He's LeBron when LeBron was 22 getting to the finals, bruh.
This is the problem. Michael Jordan came back for the Wizards to be Rip Hamilton's guy. Mm-hmm. Michael should have found the Wemby of that 2000-2001 thing to hitch his wagon to cement his legacy as like, I'm coming back and we're going to go win the title.
I think
Rip Hamilton is not that guy. Christian Laettner.
I think he thought Kwame Brown was that guy.
Yeah, well.
He thought it was the youth. He thought it was the guy. He was like, I found my Wemby.
Yep.
But to be
fair, Brown, the first Wemby. I love it.
But to be fair, I'm not trying to dunk on Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown's stats right now, Kwame Brown would be a 8-figure player in this league.
You don't have to do that. We're not trying to play defense against Kwame coming after you.
But I'm just saying,
we don't have to do that.
I know that was a loaded thing to be putting Kwame and Wemby in the same sentence, but Michael Jordan was looking for his young unicorn.
Yeah.
He passed up on Tyson Chandler to get Kwame Brown. And it didn't pan out.
No.
It didn't pan out. And he tried to move it and get some vet guys. He sold hard on vets. Older guys that he felt like.
Stack Larry Hughes coming in year 2.
Didn't Oak put him?
Yeah, he did. He got Oak. Dude, he ran it back. Doug Collins is the coach and Charles Oakley.
It was really just like, hey, I'm going to get you one more check. And we just gonna hang like we used to.
Oh, who's that for this team? So if all right, so let's workshop this. LeBron goes to the Lakers this summer with Bronny James. Chris Paul signs there. He's going to be, non-guaranteed contract this summer. The Warriors say, hey, it's been real. Thank you for everything. See you later. Mm-hmm. Chris Paul, LeBron, Bronny, Melo?
Nah, Melo done. He good. He just dropped some weed. He good. He got some weed out. He dropped some weed, bro. He got a weed line out. That's when you know you out. When you that comfortable and you like.
That's how you know you're out. Yeah. Okay.
It's Tristan Thompson, Tom.
That's another good one.
TT, fire up the jet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Get on board.
Think about anybody that's active Cavs that was from that team.
So I was going to say Kevin Love, by the way. Kevin Love with the Heat.
K-Love
coming.
You're going to love San Antonio, brother.
Think about those slants that they're going to run with K-Love getting that rebound and Wemby going out on the...
I like it already. We're building it right now, buddy.
Old guys and Wemby. It's the future.
Who else we got? Mozgov? What's Timofey Mozgov doing these days? Can we get Delly? Let's bring it back.
All them dudes is out. They out. They at the crib. Well,
JR, get him off the links. Get him off the 18. Yeah. Hey, come. Let's go.
Tom, they still have a game tonight, though.
What? No, we're already there.
I know you moved him to San Antonio, and you're planning the future with Bronny, but they still got to play tonight. Still got to lace it up. Game 5.
Yep.
You giving him a shot?
Did I hear Cleveland return? I'm coming home. This is the Coming Home podcast.
You can't come home twice.
Well, yes, you can.
Hey, what? He got the key. He know where the key at under the mat.
Yeah.
He can come back.
Hey, look. This Cleveland team looks completely cooked. Did you see that game? These Cavs completely folded in that second half. They can't score. They scored like 8 points in the second half, bro. Donovan Mitchell's team scored
power
like
of the home crowds. Because Orlando do the same shit in Cleveland. They just act like they don't know how to play. Unless Orlando finally was like, these guys aren't so tough after all.
Yeah.
Because Paolo, like how they're even defending Paolo is like interesting, right? They got like a guy on him and then a guy cutting off the gaps or a watcher. And then he's taking out and he's just trying to make the smart play. But he's making those like very early, immature playoff plays, like the cross the body, very floaty overhead passes that are getting tipped and all those things. Or he's really not even trying to force it. You know who's Mo Wagner?
Yo, dude, took it to him. Yo, Mo Wagner, he was on something in this game. And then when Franz came out of the game at the end and like everyone's giving him a standing ovation, Mo just does a double bird right at him. Like he's such a brother. Like that is a brother thing to do is when Franz is feeling high, everyone's giving him a standing ovation. He comes in for the hug with his brother and then his brother just gives him the 2 double birds.
He's not rolling. He's not impressed. I need to see more.
Yeah, I need to see more.
I don't have a German accent, so I couldn't even do half the things, but I will say.
Oh my God. Have you guys seen the Conan Must Go episode in Argentina? It's on Max right now. The Conan O'Brien show.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard good things. Conan's on a heater once again.
Oh my God. It is so funny, dude. The first episode in Norway was great, but Argentina, he goes into linguistics mode and just makes fun of everyone's language. And it's just unbelievable. It is Conan at his best and a little too flirtatious at times, but you know, that's Conan. He can do that because no one expects anything of it. But anyway, the Heat, look, I feel like they just needed one game in Boston and they're happy. Just steal one game in Boston and it feels like a victory. Without Jimmy Butler, they're not going to win this series.
Absolutely not.
I picked the Celtics in 6, figured that they would make it a series, but I don't expect them to win the entire series. But then, who knows? Eric Spoelstra is that crazy. He's that good at this job that he might pull up another game here at game 4 at home. But Trey, do you agree that the Celtics like will win this series and the Miami Heat did pull one out in Boston and scared them a little bit? But are you seriously taking them going in this series?
Nah, I think they had.
Did I just say seriously taking them? I meant, are you taking them seriously? Go back. Trey, you know what I meant.
Yes, I knew what you meant. I respect them as a franchise and they play hard. But where we hold Bam to, Bam can't do it alone. I think Bam looks at the bench a lot to Jimmy and saying, like, still trying to get approval instead of saying, this is my team. You know? Like, Bam can't do it alone. Tyler Hero can't do it alone. Those dudes, the shadow of Jimmy Butler's there.
Yeah.
They need that dude. Like, you would think those two enough would be able to compete. They just can't do it. So I think the mind games are cute, but the Celtics are going to put them out their misery. Like, I think that was just one of them joints of like, stick it to them, play hard, this, that, and the third. But I think they just, the worst thing that could have happened was
Jimmy Butler getting hurt. Yeah, because that's the worst thing that could happen.
That was the worst thing that could happen. But number 2 was poking the bear when Martin fouled Tatum really bad. Because it just sparked them. Like, it was just kind of like, all right. Like, if they were like, all right, you know, like play fighting, and then they actually like,
game 1 you're talking about?
Nah, this was the game where they was whooping on him and like he ends up like fouling him like crazy though. Like, it was a dirty play, but like now they're like fired up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have an interest of really beating these guys like bad. You know what I'm saying? At first it was like, oh yeah, we respect our opponents. But then it was like, oh, they're talking trash. We don't like each other. And it was like, all right, I still kind of goofing around. Like, they weren't Jaylen Brown out there still trying to get his shots. You know what I mean? Like, different weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like they want to be done with these dudes. They just sick of it. Like, all right, let's just get this shit over with. Like, we done playing. You know how you like just play with your opponent a little bit? Like, they actually caught a slip and won. Now it's like, nah, put them to bed because, you know,
I've said it before. How many people have said this sentence? This team will go only as far as Caleb Martin will take them.
Who said
that's
Tom Haberstroh.
That's
okay.
That is a population of one, that take. Okay. Caleb Martin was the MVP of that series last year.
Yeah.
He was like 20 points a game and just took it to the Celtics.
Last year, Tom, you said he was doing a KD impression. Against the Celtics. I remember it vividly.
He was that good. He was that good.
Look at his numbers and it was insane.
But, he was insane. Dude was incredible. And he's a two-way guy. So he's not just going to like drop 25 on you and you'll be like, man, that was crazy. He got hot. He plays his ass off defensively. He is prototype Miami Heat player. A total dud in game 3, right? So the Heat are going to go only as far as Caleb Martin will take them, which is a sad thing to say, but they got 6 guys that they're willing to play in this series. Haywood Highsmith is one of them. And then that's it. They got Patty Mills out here in 2024 trying to save them in this series. They need Jimmy Butler to win it. No disrespect to the Miami Heat. I know they want me to say that this is going to be a Heat. You're not believing in the Miami Heat, Tom. How many people are picking them to go 6? Miami Heat. I mean,
outside of Miami, outside of the South Florida bubble,
fans, bro.
Yeah,
and even some of them have quit. I mean, to me, Tom and Trey, the concern is not the Heat. The concern is that the Celtics could get exposed and drop a game 2 at home to essentially Spo out coaching their coach. And it shows that the Celtics are not quite the juggernaut that their record and their talent make them seem to be. And while I think, the way it's lining up, they're going to get Cavs or Magic in round 2, and that's not a real concern.
Nope.
And then the Bucks are imploding. So unless they turn it around real quick.
Who was that?
The Bucks?
The Bucks, man.
Wait. Rue Holiday, no J, can't score. If he doesn't show up in the second round or beyond, it's going to be tough. Not that they need like 25 out of Drew Holiday, but if they're going to start ignoring that dude,
like we're looking at a Knicks Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, which would be very entertaining. But I still think that
the Celtics go to the finals. The
Celtics go to the finals despite not necessarily being tested or not necessarily being the best version of their team. And so it's deceptive to me. It's like, okay, yes, they're great, but the flaws are there. That's what we saw in game 2 against the Heat. And the wheels could come off the track at some point. It might not be until the finals though.
Yeah. I mean, look at this East Coast injury problems that we're seeing. No Dame Lillard, no Giannis, no Julius Randle, no Mitchell Robinson, no Jimmy Butler. I mean, come on. Like, of all of the top teams in the East, you're looking at a red carpet to the NBA Finals for the Boston. This is best case scenario for the Boston Celtics. So even if, like you said, Maze, even if they aren't having Drew Holiday, any contributions from him offensively, and KP is looking down the stretch like a little bit of a liability, they could waltz into the NBA Finals. And that might sound like hate. I'm sorry, but that's just legit. The East is so downtrodden now.
It's just bad, dog.
Yeah.
Like, again, if the Knicks, if the Knicks didn't, if the Knicks had Julius Randle, I would have them going to the finals. I ain't gonna lie. In this case, right now.
Okay. Wow.
But I've already been pushing Eastern Conference Finals. I think because I do think that they're gonna be an odd matchup for the Celtics, dog. Like, they play hard.
That would be a great series. I would love to see that.
Like because it's gonna be more than basketball involved, and I think that's the thing that like gets the distraction. Because you see the shit they doing in Philly.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Like,
baby.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so they definitely don't like Boston. I think we get the wedding time treatment where there's like, hey man, we just trying to get on the bus. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, again, don't let them actually make it to the conference finals against these people. Because the fans is going to take this into way bigger than what it's supposed to be. Way, like, listen, I want to see it, but I don't, because it's going to be very chaotic here. It's going to be very chaotic here. Because it's like that, and it's only the first round with the Sixers.
Yes.
It is chaotic.
Yes.
It is chaotic, bro.
It's great. It's
Meanwhile,
amazing.
Out west, Lakers Nuggets, that was the Western Finals matchup last year. The Lakers are really competing with the Nuggets. That, like, Anthony Davis is having a crazy series. It's a 3-1 series. It was nearly a sweep, but it's way more competitive than you would say like Heat Celtics has been, and they're testing the Nuggets more. And then the Nuggets will have to play the Timberwolves, and then the Nuggets will have to play, another, like, probably the Thunder or the Mavs, like another really good team. That's a much tougher path that they'll have to get through, staying at a high level, where the Celtics could fall ass backwards into the NBA Finals, and we won't know if they're really that good or not.
But if they play the Knicks, I'm not saying this is going to be the case for the Pacers, but like if they play the Knicks, the Celtics, they're going to be so beat up in that series. The Knicks are going to make it so grimy.
Oh my God!
That's even worse for the Celtics.
But that's why
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, even though the path of the competitive path of like who they're facing in the East is not going to be nearly as good as the Nuggets, they are going to be the Black Knight in Monty Python.
But a scratch.
Just merely a flesh wound going against the Knicks. Whoever comes out of that series is going to get wrecked in the finals. I'm just telling you. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Okay, Trey, it's time for our Underdog Fantasy
combination
for Monday. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code DING, DING, or in the Underdog Fantasy app. We got Celtics Heat Game 4. And you just told me that DeLon Wright was out last game because he had a baby.
Yes.
And we know that new dad energy often leads to big things. So we are going DeLon Wright higher than 5.5 points.
Yes.
5.5. Also in that game, Jaylen Brown, for some reason, they have the option to put Jaylen Brown higher than 17.5 points. We're taking that. And then we're going Derek White higher than 13 points. So that's some Celtics hires. But we got to balance that out, Trey, because as Tom said, it's Rue Holiday. There's no Jay. He's there for defense. He's not there for offense. So we're taking Rue Holiday lower than 9.5 points. He's not making double digits.
Nope.
And finally, in the Pelicans Thunder game, the Haitian sensation, Luguentz Dort, has put the clamps on Brandon Ingram all series. And we're taking Brandon Ingram lower than 21.5 points.
Yep.
What is besides the DeLon Wright thing, what are you feeling strongest about in this situation here, Trey?
I really like the Jaylen Brown 17.5. The one I'm feeling shaky about is Derek White. I don't know what Derek White's going to show up. So, because if the game's out of reach, he might not play that much. But Derek White likes to score the ball, and they give it to him a lot when he's feeling it. So let's ride the hot hand.
He shoots a lot of threes. That's really his element that he brings to the Celtics offense. So that is our Underdog Fantasy
combination
for Monday.
Let's talk about the Suns and the Timberwolves series. Because I've been out on the Suns since day one. Out on the Suns. The Bradley Beal trade, everyone got excited because of the name. Bradley Beal, All-NBA, All-Star talent. No trade clause. People were laughing about it then. They're not laughing about it now. Well, at least not in Phoenix. That team, they got whooped by the Minnesota Timberwolves. By an Anthony Edwards-led team that this guy's 22 years old and talking all that talk and bringing it to them. After the game, he's like, yo, you guys got to double me. I got to prove it to you. Y'all got to double me. Swept. Trey, I outlined 3 trades for KD this summer because they can't trade Bradley Beal. They can't run it back.
Why can't they trade Bradley Beal?
He has what's called a no trade clause, which is what it says. No trade unless he signs off on it. So if they want to send him.
All superstars in the league have that, right?
No, actually, he's the only one that has
one.
Yeah. He's Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is the only one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shouts to Mark Bartelstein, who got the greatest contract for his client of all time. However, I don't know. It kind of feels like the legacy of Bradley Beal is going to be more about the no trade clause than it is going to be about his career and what he's done. But look at this. He's going to get paid $57 million in 26-27. Okay. So he's getting paid 46 this year, 50 next year, 54 the year after that, and then player option for 57 in 26-27. I'm not hating on like how much money this guy has provided for his family and generational wealth. What I'm saying is from a cap management standpoint, by acquiring Bradley Beal, you are painting yourself in a corner if things don't go right. And they did not go right. It went completely off the rails. They didn't win a single game against a Minnesota Timberwolves team that a lot of people were picking the Suns for, and they got swept. Rudy Gobert, Nickeil Alexander-Walker was awesome in this series. And man, Bradley Beal he fouled out in game 4. Fouled out. So you can't move Bradley Beal for the reasons I outlined. You're not trading Devin Booker because he's the face of the franchise. He's 27 years old in his prime. Are you going to hitch your wagon to a 35-year-old, 36-year-old Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal? I don't think so. So the only move I think they have right now, instead of running it back with the same crew, trade Kevin Durant. So, Trey, based on the situation, do you think that is the most likely scenario here going forward, or do you think they run this thing back?
Disclaimer, I don't know anything.
Okay.
Secondly,
lies, but this coming take is
not about this situation. Tom.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Trey knows a lot about a lot of things. Okay.
I know a lot about a lot of things, but don't know anything about this particular situation. It's fresh. It's fresh as hell. This shit ain't even been 12 hours, 24, whatever it want to be, right? But I will say this. I don't see him being moved, but I do see a scenario that could happen. Like I said, I don't.
Right. You're saying it would not the most likely thing, but
yeah, like I'm more 0%. Closer. I'm more closer to seeing them actually try to like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like big threes never work because they don't have enough time together. You know what I'm saying? Like shit just starts to constantly happen. Teams have to be built out. They can't build no team out. They gonna have to draft they can't even do that. Like at the end of the day, it's like on something like at the end of the day,
they have their own pick this year, but everyone's like, yeah, that's going in a trade.
For sure, somebody getting shipped out. But at the end of the day, how things work, it's not the logical thing. You look at it like, I like how this shit all falls on K. Because how? Like, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you got a owner that he thought he could do. He got into this situation thinking the money talks. And the NBA said, hold on. Nope. You can't throw your money around here. You got to play like the rest of everybody else. Mm-hmm. And still, he like, fuck it. Get Chris Paul and Shamet up out of here and fuck the future.
He said, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Mm-hmm. Let's go get Bradley Beal. That'll stick it to him.
Yeah.
Now, you know ball. You like, I watched enough Bradley Beal. Respect the Bradley Beal all-star. But who's going to play the point? Who's going to do this?
Bradley Beal was supposed to run the point.
So then they're signing all these guys. Frank Vogel's a defensive-minded coach. They're signing these defensive guys that can't make threes, that can't get on the floor. Trouble. Trade deadline. Okay. Let's make these trades. Let's sign these people. Let's go use our roster spot for a, you know what I'm saying, Thaddeus Young. That's not going to play. It's not going to play at all. You know what I mean? Let's claim Isaiah Thomas is not going to play at all. Like, this was a disaster. Now, I don't like to change my pick. I picked him from the jump.
Yeah.
I crashed with the plane. But as I'm watching throughout I'm watching throughout the season, I'm just like, this isn't good.
Were you picking from your heart or your head there? It seems like you were picking from your heart.
I was always picking from my heart.
Yeah.
Because only reason why I had those doubts about OKC and the Timberwolves was lack of experience. That I was like, oh, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot eventually. But it was like, oh, no? Oh, Jaden McDaniels? Oh, Mike Conley still could do that? Anthony Edwards, he's here. He's here. He's here. And it was like, oh, the hits keep coming. K's having a frustrating season. I mean, a series, but he's hooping. But then you look at it like supporting cast, Book 47 last night. It didn't matter.
It's not on KD and it's not on Booker. And I don't even put it on Frank Vogel. Here's what I'm saying.
But it do fall on K at the end of the day because that's how fans see it. You get what I'm saying? You have a logical standpoint. I know he wanted to go there, but he didn't sign there. He got traded there, and that's a tough thing with the Melo trade with Denver and New York is if you're going to get traded, you're going to lose Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, who could really help in a series against the Minnesota Timberwolves here, right? So if you're going to demand a trade, you're going to lose some of the assets that make that team so appealing to you. And so they go, and instead of Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, they got, no disrespect, Eric Gordon and Josh Okogie, you know? Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, that's a tough thing about demanding trades is you're going to go to a team that the cupboard is now bare. So, Maze, I'm going to propose to you.
That's why I'm saying another trade wouldn't make sense. Everywhere he go, it's going to eat. Like, you have, the trade is so crazy where it's like, all right, you're going to go to Chicago. You go to Chicago, brother. But you know what? We're gonna send Zach LaVine. We're gonna send. We're gonna send Alex Caruso. We're gonna send our entire future to Phoenix. Enjoy Chicago, though, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Trey, you sold me, man. Zach LaVine and Brad Beal. That's the answer.
and oh, by the way, Devin Booker is out here like, yo, can I get the ball, please? All right, 3 trade partners at TomTheFinder.com. Okay. Trey, you said, hey, trades don't work because then the team that you go to is going to lose all their players, except for one that I love this trade. OKC.
Oh, I'm coming home.
Home.
Now, listen.
What a pro wants. What
no,
a pro needs.
No.
What makes you
happy. We need some new ads.
And I'm thanking you for knowing exactly what KD wants.
Katie's
what KD needs.
FS chiming in on that commercial. The remix.
So, hear me out, Tom and Maze. Does OKC fans forgive him? Secondly, are national fans going to be pissed?
No matter what happens, they're going to be pissed.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he got to just say, fuck him. Like, he got to be like, fuck him. And I think that would be an ultimate send-off to be like, all right, I righted my wrong. I get to mentor fucking Chet. Did you have Chet in this deal?
No.
Okay. Come on, talk to me. Let me hear it. Let me hear it, Tom the Finder.
Here's the deal. You give them 3 first-round picks. Okay. So you have 800 more left at their disposal. Okay. You got to replenish the draft picks because they need some flexibility. All right.
Okay.
Josh Giddey is their point guard. They need a point guard. They got a 21-year-old table setter who is an elite passer who is still 6'6" and he's still college age. So you have him as the centerpiece of the deal. You re-sign Gordon Hayward at just cap filler, send him over in the deal, and you give him Lou Dort. Lou Dort, because you got Casey Wallace, and who's going to be able to be.
And Lou Dort went to ASU.
Oh, come on, man. See, okay, so Josh Giddey, 3 first-round picks, Lou Dort, and who was the 4th piece? Gordon Hayward in there as well. That makes the cap work. You keep J-Dub, you keep Chet, you keep Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, your big 3 turns into a big 4, and I'm telling you, man, OKC welcomes him with open arms after this playoff run, because I don't think they're going to win the title this year, and I think you can kind of create the narrative that KD's coming home to bring it home for them. And you know why this makes so much more sense to me? Beyond the fact that in the Chet Holmgren commercial, like KD's voicing the Chet commercial, KD has followed the LeBron blueprint. He's been fascinated by the LeBron blueprint, right? He goes to the Golden State Warriors, joins up in 2016 because LeBron did and saw what it did for LeBron's legacy. He wins the title. And how do you make everything okay and everyone love you again? You go back home. So OKC, the trade is Josh Giddey, Gordon Hayward, Lou Dort, 3 first-round picks, go into Phoenix. Now the question is, why does Phoenix do the deal? Why does Phoenix do the deal?
Who else Phoenix gives up with KD?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, you just
they don't need bodies in OKC.
No, they don't. No, they needed Josh Giddey to figure, just go find a new home. That's what they needed. Like, because it's like, all right, well,
go West, young man.
Just figure it out. You'd be great. You'd be great, bro.
All right, so it's Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Gordon Hayward, and throw in Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, but a big for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it would be the 24 Clippers pick, so it's going to be at the back half of this year. 25 lotto protected Miami Heat pick, and then the Denver Nuggets pick protected 1 through 5 in 2027. Those are like whatever. They've got like 15 other first round picks to trade for, and you can kind of make those deals on the margins to get another point guard or to get another big. Sam Presti's going to have a hell of a time this summer figuring out how to fill the holes on this roster. The other 2 teams, Boston. How do you feel about Boston?
I don't love that, because then I got to root for Boston.
Okay.
I don't love that. I don't fucking love that, dog. You know what, though? You know what's crazy? I did fuck with Boston hard when my guy, Stoudemire and them was on, and Ime was coaching. This is my Portland guys. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no problem, man. I like Porzingis this year. I like Jaylen Brown. Even though,
but do you like him enough that you want to keep him in Boston? Because I got Jaylen Brown going to the Phoenix Suns in that trade. Okay, so it would be if this Jason Tatum Jaylen Brown duo runs its course this year, they flame out in the Eastern Conference Finals again. Man, they're going to be calling for a big trade this offseason. 7 postseasons in a row.
KD and Tatum is OD, but. Fuck it, man. Just give me my number. Give me my 35. No, you can't wear 35. You're going to have to go back to 7. Fuck it. Give me the green 7, bro.
Yeah,
Tom, do I understand correctly that in this Celtics trade,
you think he really he'll really be hated? Oh my God.
If he goes to Boston,
Peyton Pritchard as the Suns point guard, that's your answer?
Yes, that is my answer. That is my answer. A knockdown shooter who can play a little
Pritchard,
bit.
Grayson Allen combination will solve the Suns' problems.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just want to be clear.
I'm not saying it's going to solve. I'm going to say it's going to help them kind of transition in the future, because Jaylen Brown, he's not as good as KD, right? Peak KD, of course. Nobody's better than peak KD, right? Right there. But he's younger. So if you're hitching a wagon to a 35-year-old KD next year, what if he gets hurt? Praise that he doesn't. But you're dealing with the guy who's got the max trade value I think he's going to have for the rest of his career, playing 75 games this year, staying healthy and still playing at a high level. you're not going to have a better opportunity to move him than right now. So that's what I'm saying. You get younger, or it's going to be a nice segue here. Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, why would you trade Karl-Anthony Towns for Kevin Durant?
That's really nasty. You get eliminated. You trying to do this again? You're trying to burn down the NBA at this point, bro.
Yep.
Man, Anthony Edwards is giving Cat his flowers in the post game.
Is he doing the Bron method where he makes him the shiny and then sets him up to get moved? Oh no, he's our best offensive player. He's overselling this guy. Like, yo, when he's on the floor, you know who's unmatchable.
Problem.
Oh my God, bro. Keep going. You are preaching to the choir right now. Keep going.
I'm saying after the game, he goes and seeks out KD and gives him the biggest hug I've seen in a post-game like send-off. Give him a double hug. After they hugged, they talked, then he did another hug, and he's been, man, what KD said after the game, just I haven't heard a player praise another young player maybe since LeBron and Luka, right? LeBron's been trying to get Luka on his team forever. KD, what he said about Ant was amazing to listen to, and the respect is there. So, Trey, straight up, I'm not even throwing any picks in this or any other ancillary players. I'm just saying that the contracts match up, KD for Cat. What are your thoughts, Trey?
I hate it. I hate it because, no, hear me out. I hate it because of what the next shit I got. That's the thing. I reap all the decisions, benefits, like all that. Like, I got to hear it. Like, I pushed it. Like, I pushed the button. No. That shit fun on 2K, but no. No.
Cat wants to reunite with his boy Book from his UK days. Hey.
No.
Who's passing him the ball? Bradley Beal?
Who can? Hey, bring CP back.
Cat would cry. Cat would cry, bro. Like, he want to be there. He love Minnesota now. Like,
are we sure? Because they're winning now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because they winning now. They like, listen. You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave now.
Things finally got good.
It's gonna be like Mikal Bridges and them, bro. When they made it to the finals, it was like, oh, I gotta go.
Hey,
yes,
KD,
I like living in.
KD
the idea of living in New York sounds fun, but those prices, I didn't have no pressure. I didn't have to be the guy. Like, I could just pass it to Book.
Yo, imagine if Coach Cal didn't sign with Arkansas. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, we should. You know when Terry Stotts left the bench in Milwaukee, and people were like, "Oh yeah, it's just whatever. It's no big deal." We should have seen that with Kevin Young. Was like, "Yep, peace. I'm out." Before the series is over, he's like, "I'm out. I know I'm the highest paid associate head coach in the NBA. I'm good. I'm going to BYU." Filling the seat for Mark Pope, who's now in Kentucky, who's filling the seat for John Calipari. Hey, Arkansas, you better be nervous. Better be nervous if Karl-Anthony Towns makes his way over to Phoenix. I'm just saying. Bring it back.
There you go.
Full circle. My wife, Allison, is listening. She's like, yeah, bring it back. Big Blue Nation, baby.
Bring it back. Sign John Wall. Woo! Woo!
Boogie Cousins coming off the bench with IT. Bring it back Sacramento Kings style way back in the day. Oh, thank you. What do we think? What do we think?
I said, come back home. He says, I'm from PG County. It's true. I like that answer, though. It was a good one, man. Oh, man.
I don't think he wants that answer, though. If they're like, okay, we're going to – I don't even know what they would trade him for. But, man, if he was actually coming home to D.C., Wizards, fire up.
Like I said, as of right now, I think the Olympics was like the ultimate, like, for a lot of those dudes. Like, you know how we watched the old Dream Team play?
Yeah. Barcelona, 92.
And they're like, yo, one last final ride with the boys. Like, Steph, Bron, and K, this is going to be the one. Like, this is the one where they look like shit, we got our ass kicked. Like, we're watching the league literally change. And it's like, let's just have fun. Let's just soak this one in. We ain't tasting no more champagne. This champagne go to teams. Not individual players. It go to teams, baby. Teams back. Teams.
Man.
The Timberwolves.
I would say the trade I feel best about is the OKC one, but man, all three of them are delicious. I tried Spurs. I tried to make the Spurs work, that KD would go and team up with basically the protege. You know, Wemby's like, yeah, I've watched my whole childhood was watching KD highlights. Mm-hmm. That would be cool as hell. But I'll settle for Bron in San Antonio with Bronny and J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Sign me. Sign me to play the point.
I like the Thunder one too, Tom. I just don't know that Presti pushes in his chips for a 36-year-old. Right?
Yeah, like he's got I have my questions core. There
too. If he's gonna make that move, the big splashy move, trade some of his guys, trade some of his picks, it feels like it would be someone who's closer to the Shea Chet timeline. So they could at least, you know, that's an all-in move, right? They're like, we're going to get KD. We're going to win next year.
I don't think it's an all-in move when your biggest trade piece is Lou Dort. Or no, sorry. Josh Giddey is a bigger trade piece, but I'm just saying they're not giving up J-Dub, Chet, or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Right, they're not giving them
an all-in move
period.
Would be like, look, we're going to do the James Harden trade. We're going to trade Jalen Williams and try to build around Chet and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They also have like 15 other picks that they could throw in. It's not an all-in move. It's I don't know what the poker analogy here is, but look, this is KD. I know he's 36, but he's also under contract for 2 years. It's not like you're signing him to a Bradley Beal contract.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bron did it. Just saying.
The most important thing, Tom, is that Matt Ishbia is not going to give up this easily. He gave up the farm to acquire KD. He's not going to turn around and then sell at a discount the next year. That's not the way mortgage men do it. Okay.
Yep. They mortgage their future. So they're trying to, I guess they try to buy back the future with this OKC trade. They try to get all their picks back. But yeah, I hear you. Not every trade is perfect. I'm rooting for this OKC one because of the storyline. It'd be fun to get KD down there in OKC.
It'd be better for KD.
Yeah. Oh,
for him.
Trey, do you think a trade to OKC relieves pressure from him because it's not like he has to be the number one guy?
No, because they have to win.
It adds more pressure because of LeBron.
As long as he step foot on the court, he gotta win. That's the expectations. It ain't nobody gonna be like, I'll leave him alone. Mm-hmm. From here on out until he say, you know what? Until he put a Candace Parker and be like, fuck it. I'm just not pulling up. I'm not coming to camp. I'm cool. Because I don't see I don't think he's going to do a farewell. He's not going to ever say, I don't think K going to be like, yo, it's my last season. We just going to be like, damn, for real, y'all here? But it ain't going to be crazy because he's going to be like year 19, year 20, year 21. Something like, yo, he been hooping for a long time. He not 40, but he been hooping for a minute. Like Bron, literally the first person where I'm like, hey, bro, you 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you touch 40, you like, all right, bro. You ain't taking up a roster spot because you're still like polarizing. Like,
Michael can do it, but LeBron can't.
No, he could do it. But I'm saying like he's so like he never took a break. So like I just think at now he just like he talked to Bron probably get to talk to so many people that you be looking, you be like, oh, I don't want that life yet. You know what I'm saying? Where you be like, dang, bro, like you be at home with your kids. Like his kids out the house. Yeah. He only got one left. Listen, his kids out the house. Like he done raised the whole family out the crib. He been gone the whole time. He been gone. So the idea of like, yo, it's gonna be me, my lady, and my daughter. I'm just gonna be a dad. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Not yet. She gonna be, by the time Bron say, all right, he gonna play 25 years, both his kids probably gonna have some professional career, right? Where I'm talking about to a point of like where there's G League, made the NBA, drafted. Them kids gonna get there, right? His daughter gonna be in high school. Daughter gonna be in high school, and we gonna be like, damn, Bron got it easy, bro. He ain't have to do no parenting like that. Like he just came home.
Hey, Steph's having another kid.
Steph too.
Starting over.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers to
They
the
having
Curry family.
kids. LeBron, give us one more.
Yeah, give us another one, Bron.
Give us another one, Bron. Give us another kid. But I'm saying, like, I don't see bro gonna go right into ownership and be working all the time.
That's why he's got to get a couple more years' salary, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
That Vegas team's going to be expensive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. He's just trying to get in. He know.
All right, we got to get to the Patreon here. We're going to talk Knicks, Sixers. Let's bring in our guy, Jerv. Jerv.
Hi.
Oh, man.
Hi is funny. Hey, man, you don't gotta say hi. You don't gotta say hi because you're on a pod with white people. It's okay. You be yourself, John.
Hi, John.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi, sir. What is going on here? How are things going? What's happening, man?
It's very somber
I thought you were saying hi was funny because of a different double entendre there. Trey.
Oh, no. Come on, Tom. It's not too early, but we're good. Right? We're good, right? Like,
Are you?
I want to ask, do you think we can win game 5?
No, we're not asking for our take on things. I want to hear your take on things. Okay.
Oh, I think we win game 5, and I think we win game 6, and I think we win game 7.
Do you think that Joel Embiid, it seemed like it got a little personal with him, with the fans and how loud they were in Wells Fargo. The fact that you heard a "Let's go Knicks" and a "Fuck Embiid" chant. A "Fuck Embiid" chant after the game, where there's hundreds of Knicks fans just going bonkers like it's in Manhattan, like it's outside of Penn Station.
Disappointing. I love our fans. Think it's unfortunate, and I'm not calling them out, but it is disappointing. Obviously you got a lot of Knicks fans, and they're down the road and never seen it. And I've been here for 10 years. Kind of pisses me off, especially because Philly is considered a sports town. So, they've always shown up, and I don't think that should happen. It's not okay.
How did that land with you, Jerv? How did that land when Embiid was like, yo, it kind of pissed me off, actually?
I mean, I got it. I didn't think it was going to be as crazy as it was. I recognized they travel well, and I recognized that, that there was going to be fans come down. There'd probably be more of them in the arena than it would be like normal fan bases that travel. I didn't think it'd be like it was, but one of the local dudes here, Howard Eskin, said that basically they had all their tickets, how they do the after sale or whatever.
Secondary market.
Had them on the secondary market. So like, it's basically, if that's the case, then it's our own fault, right? Like, not like our fans are selling the tickets. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want us to get that rep because we're super passionate, and it's hurting our heart. It hurt my heart when I saw them all outside. I'm glad I wasn't at the game because I was frustrated.
What would you would have did?
Yeah, what would you done,
Jerv?
I probably would have walked through the crowd, like just did one of them type
All right,
Jones.
tough guy. All right,
no one's gonna do anything. Like no one's gonna do anything. Right?
Drunk fans, bro.
Let's be honest. The people that are there are not the ones that are going to do anything. I'm not saying I'm doing that in front of the Garden. That's a whole nother beast. But like that's not who came down to the game. Y'all think that's who came down to the game?
I mean,
I think they came down to the game.
If you're traveling down to 95,
but basketball's different here though. Like that's not the wild crowd. My whole life, I've seen opposing fans in our arena, like my entire life. Even when we're good, they bring more.
It's also just sports. by the way.
Yeah, but when Jokic's brother's in the audience, it's not just sports.
I'm not walking through with him.
Yeah, but them dudes, man, they operate different over there.
The Serbian just like, yeah, you're gonna say that to my face. Boom, boom, Jerv. If the Sixers make it to the finals, please don't walk through a crowd with a 7-foot Nemanja. I think his name. The Jokic brother.
Nemanja Jokic.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. We care. That beard has a little bit of cushion, but you're not going to survive that. Hey, Jerv, this series we were talking about earlier with Trey feels like, man, it's a war of attrition out there. That it is a bloodbath. Guys, that play where Kyle Lowry was coming off a screen. Mm-hmm. And then Jalen Brunson fell, grifted hard on the ground, tried to sell that moving screen, got tripped, fell down, and then Kyle Lowry fell over Jalen Brunson with the 3-pointer and gets to the line for 3. That was just the beginning. We got Joel Embiid out here grabbing people's legs. How he didn't get tossed for that is such a classic superstar treatment, star treatment by the referees. If that was B-Ball Paul, or if that was Tobias Harris, that guy is sent home packing. He is going. You're out. You're done. You're ejected. But because it's Joel Embiid, they're like, flagrant 1. We're going to keep you in there. And that's like the beginning of it. We got dudes getting clipped. Dante DiVincenzo has probably a black eye, I'm sure. White Dante gets a black eye. This is an all-time physical series.
He don't want to hear that. He a homer. You gotta understand. You talking to a homer right now. You talk to a homer. Hey, listen, claw, scratch, whatever it takes. Long as his team come out with the win, he ain't turning over nothing. So I don't know what you looking for Jerv on this end. But I will say this, Jerv, I fought really hard for Embiid yesterday. He dirty.
Yeah, man.
He dirty, dog. I fought really hard. No, if y'all heard the argument me and Amin had on Bomb yesterday, it went over. Jerv had to be like, guys, 30 minutes between I'm fighting for Embiid versus Jokic, right? I'm going hard.
Wow, you are going hard, man. That is
right.
You got to go hard.
And then, bruh just displayed just some of the just.
Dude, get a rebound. Get a rebound. Get a rebound. Yo, Josh Hart out here, OG Anunoby out here getting all the rebounds and extending possessions down the stretch. Like on one hand, we're like, yo, Embiid playing through these injuries, it's really impressive. But can you get a rebound?
I mean, he's got one leg.
But you don't hear that excuse on the other end.
Because no one has one leg.
But when he's scoring 30 points a game, you're like, yeah, he's good. We're good. And then when he doesn't get a rebound on the other end, you're like, man, he's playing on one leg.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I think it's really obvious, even on offense, that he's playing on one leg. He's just that good. I mean, let's not act like he wasn't. We got robbed this season. We were on the verge of seeing a historic season. We were about to see something. He was going to break all kinds of whatever stat that they want to put up there to say that no, he's the first person to get 30, 20, 50, like whatever. He was going to do a bunch of that. I think he would have scored more than 70. When I was at the 70 game, it looked effortless. So I felt like he could probably, like on that Kobe thing, when Kobe scored whatever it was, 60, and then he had 80 the other day. I'm not saying he would have scored 80, but you know, like he was there. So I mean, I'm not mad at the criticism that comes his way. I'm not mad at him for criticizing us. You know what I mean? This dude has been here from the start. He's seen it all. He's been loyal to us. He's been through all the ups and downs. So if he's getting frustrated, if he feels, you know what I mean, whatever it is, it's fine with me. I guess, you know what I mean? That's my guy. Yeah. But, you know, like, I'm not going to act like it's not like every single other player on the team is coming up small. The dude had 50, right? Like he didn't score in the fourth quarter last game, or he had 1 point. So like, all right, cool. I get that. Like that's bad. But Nick Nurse just, in my opinion, pushes a panic button because you do something you haven't done all season. You make them play the entire second half. You didn't need to make them play the entire second half. That's a panic button to your team when you're not in panic mode yet, right? And then you wonder why this dude can't. The Brunson play at the end where he gets to the lane, it's the most blunderous play ever, but we've all been fatigued, right? He's a dad. Tom, you are a dad. You know about dad brain, know about the fatigue brain, you know about it all. He had the biggest blunder at the worst time.
That was crazy. That was a crazy. He had the wide open jumper. He passed it up, and then he decided to go to the far side of the rim. For some reason,
I've never heard anybody use being a dad as an excuse for hoops.
Dad brain.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Crazy.
I don't know if you know this, Trey. I don't know if you know this. Joel Embiid is the only father in the NBA.
In the NBA,
yeah, it's true.
Barely. Hey, man.
Yo, he picked up Jalen Brunson full court and expected that to go well.
Why did he do that?
Because he was having dad brain, according to Jervay.
Dad brain.
Yo, and Jalen was like, wait, are you going to let me just go straight to the rack on this? Okay. And laid it in. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? Like, it was cool for the first moment, but usually when you get past, like, oh, I'm going to pick you up because I'm frustrated and I'm just going to make it a little harder for you 80 feet away from the basket. Oh, you're going to get by me? Okay, I'm going to go back into the paint. No, he kept going. He kept trying to turn over Jalen Brunson. All right. Here's what I'll say. When Joel Embiid is on that streak earlier this season where he's scoring like crazy, it reminds me of like, you know, when like someone's like, oh, I had a race this weekend. Okay. I did an 8K race. And my thinking was, I got to be slow in the first mile. There's 5 miles. Slow in the first mile because I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it if I go hard for like 2 miles at a 7:30 pace. I'm not going to make it. Joel Embiid, you can talk about pace all you want about this guy. Like, he's on pace to have the best scoring season ever. But his body can't hold up for a full 82 games. And so when he's going that hard and chasing those records or chasing those stats, I'm just like, man, he was fighting through those injuries. And I know he's proud to the point where he wants to have that recognition that he's not a wuss out there and he's going to fight through these injuries. But when we talk about Joel Embiid and how he's on pace to do something and he was having the greatest season ever, I'm just like, man, that's not the conversation. It's, can you make it in one piece to the postseason? And right now he's playing on one leg valiantly. But I have this one question for you, Jerv. One question. How badly do you want Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart on your team? Those dudes, Villanova, if you could get those dudes, because they play the brand of basketball that I feel like you would love to have on your team. And instead, they're up on the New Jersey Turnpike down the way at the GW Bridge and going over and you're heading out to Madison Square Garden. Those guys feel like 76ers dudes.
I hate Villanova, just to be clear.
Man, so
I'm one of those Philadelphia guys, and I'll say that
he's also a Philadelphia Duke guy.
Facts.
Get
1,000%.
Out of here, man.
It's fourth grade.
Anybody but Duke. Okay, continue.
Listen, he will cry over any Coach K slander. Keep going.
Oh yeah, no, we're not accepting Coach K slander. I'll tell you that much. Not the GOAT. I mean, not the GOAT, right? Like, what are we doing here?
You talking to a Wake guy, by the way.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
I forgot that you're a Duke guy over Villanova.
We've had this combo before.
You're okay with Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson giving it to you for 4 games?
I have so much respect for Jalen Brunson. I have all the respect for him.
Listen to Stephen A. Jerv over here.
Dante is
utmost respect for them.
Like, I can't. He's got like what we call like the hate the face. Like, I can't stand him. He's dirty. He is a dirty player.
Oh my God.
If he went to Duke and not Villanova, people would look at him like Grayson Allen. I promise you. He did the crazy thing.
Are you just saying that Duke is a bunch of dirty, like?
No, Duke gets hated on. It's a great program.
They get a bad rap. He turns a blind eye when it happens to those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of Blue Devil homies.
So I can't talk. Yeah. So
I don't know.
Trevor's like,
yes. Dante's terrible. I can't. I would never want him on my team. I'd take
Buddy Hield instead.
No. But Buddy's playing. I think he's about to enter that 1 year contract mode. Maybe not be on a team at the start of the season. He needs to go like a team where they don't really expect much from you. You know, like Charlotte or something. He can't. Some people, my one friend says it's very easy to get buckets when no one's at the games. He can't really handle like real fans at the game. You know, I don't think he's cool for a major market.
Okay, so Jerv, Tobias Harris 0 for 2 in the fourth quarter. Joel Embiid 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter.
Guarded by OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw him on him in the post, I had flashbacks to was it Boston last year with was it Marcus Smart?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably the most frustrating thing about Embiid. But that's the one leg, right? Like that's the one leg. He can't bang. Right? He can't bang. If he could bang the way he was playing this year, he would have. But I understand. Like so I disagree. I don't think he was chasing this year. I think it was just happening. I think he was just like in one of those zones where it was just he was making everything because he wasn't playing fourth quarters. He wasn't taking a ton of threes, and so I mean I don't know. It's frustrating, but you know. We'll take game 5 and then, figure it out in game 6. At this point, it's just one game at a time.
Yeah.
One game at a
Brunson
time.
Can't break the Knicks franchise playoff record for points again, right?
Not every game.
I mean, the thing of Hartenstein picking up 5 fouls in a quarter was kind of remarkable.
Pretty good.
I don't know if that'll ever be done again. Yeah, because they didn't need him.
He was out there just hacking.
But that's an insane little hidden statistic there to pick up 5 in a quarter. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Nick Nurse had a bad game. He had a really bad game. I didn't expect for him to get out coached. I didn't expect for him to have. Like I said, I think he panicked. I think I don't know. That one hurt more than game 2 because game 2 I can just. I can laugh at it because I felt like it was just karma for me laughing at them years ago with Reggie Miller. Like everything's always my fault at the end of the day. In my mind, it's because I did something. It's because I didn't watch it with my friend.
You sat on the wrong side of the couch, right?
For sure.
The pregame meal wasn't the same. You ate 6 wings instead of 7.
Hey, Tom, you're joking, but I definitely ordered the same. When he was going to Super Bowl, I definitely ordered the same meal at the same time.
I can't hate on that. I love
every Sunday.
We need more people like you, Jerv. We need people to care that much, that they're making sure that they dip their carrot in the blue cheese the correct way with the right hand rather than the left hand, because that's how you did it in the win. Okay. So you're predicting a sweep for the 76ers here on out. The Knicks aren't going to get another game.
No. We'll take it one game at a time, game 5. And if we get game 5, why can't we win game 6? And then when you get to game 7, it's possible.
Yeah,
I've seen it done before, right? Like LeBron did it.
If anybody could do it, LeBron could do it. Speaking of, he down in the same situation. So we'll see, though.